Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here, your source for gaming, tech, emulation, and open source news. Let's get started. Alright, we'll kick things off talking about PS2 emulation with PCSX2, and PCSX2 just got a couple of updates you may be interested in. So as of PCSX2 Nightly version 1.7.5178, it now shows the active save state on the status bar. So if you're using save states in PCSX2, take a look at that bottom left-hand corner. It'll let you know exactly what slot you're currently using, which I think is a massive quality of life update. And the second thing here is a nice option, but it might not be the most quality of life thing you want to use here. If you are using Linux and you've got Wayland, you can now force PCSX2 to use Wayland. This is probably not preferable considering they're saying it's a broken experience. So if you are using Linux, I'd currently argue that Wayland is not the way to go if you're using emulation or just gaming in general. Next up, we're talking about Nintendo DS emulation on Android, and yesterday we talked about nudes hitting the Google Play Store. And today we're talking about a MelonDS update. At the time of filming, beta version 1.9.0 is the latest update here. It adds support for retro achievements, although leaderboards are not yet supported. It adds support for the DSi camera. It adds proper support for Wi-Fi connectivity. It fixes a whole bunch of things here and updates some translations. If you are curious about this one, MelonDS is 100% free, it's open source, and I'll drop a link to it in the description below. Moving on, and we're still talking about emulation on Android, but shifting to the 3DS and talking about Citra. And Citra's about to undertake a very big project. So it's called Android UI Overhaul, where UI stands for Subscribe to Mr. Sujano, or user interface depending on how you want to interpret that. They say here, after months of planning, porting, asking for help and bug testing, they're proud to present this overhaul project. It's likely going to take 5 separate PRs to complete, but in the end it will be a full call and material U rewrite of the app with new features that will be revealed along the way. Most of this involves porting the Yuzu UI. So at a high level here, you can expect a new 3-tab layout to navigate between the games list, search, and all of the options that were previously in the top bar. A new card look for each game, a new setup flow, a new GPU driver manager, a system files page to download the home menu system files, and boot the home menu, and even more. So my advice here is to sit tight and be patient. This is going to be an amazing update, and as soon as I know more, you'll know more. And speaking about knowing more, did you know that Jak II, the sequel to Jak and Daxter, has been unofficially ported to PC? Now, as far as I know, although this beta is available, it's not yet complete. For example, some camera settings and other menu items have not been implemented. But if you are curious about this one, I'll drop a link to this page in the description below and feel free to check it out. Next up here, we're talking about Libretro, the makers of RetroArch, and they've just released an infinite detail mod for Dark Souls Remastered. It seems out of place that Libretro is doing this, but it works. So they say here that this was a fun research side project. It did not take away any development resources. And the mod does the following: reduce and eliminate texture level of detail. Increase draw distances so there's less pop-up of map pieces and objects, and untie special effects and particle effects from map pieces and collisions. And speaking about taking development resources away, well, not really, but kind of, but not really. It doesn't tie in together. I'm trying to tie it together here. We're talking about Romhacking.net, and Romhacking.net is about to change. According to Billy Time Games here, he just found out that Romhacking.net will most likely be removing their homebrew section with the next site update. Unfortunately here, I don't know why they're doing this. I don't have any more details. I did reach out to them, but I didn't hear back. As soon as I know more, you'll know more. And in the meantime here, if you're looking for homebrews, Romhacking.net is probably not going to be your place to go. As for ROM hacks though, Romhacking.net seems the perfect place to go. Next up here, this is a real quick one. If you're a fan of Zombiegrinder 60,000, it's been preserved on archive.org. If you're unfamiliar with this game, it was a flash game back in the day, and you may be familiar with this screen here. If you're not, feel free to check out the link, and I'll drop a link to it in the description below. Moving on, and we're talking about EggNS, and we talked about EggNS the other day when it was kicked off the Google Play Store. And it appears there's a brand new project in the works from this team, again like a cockroach that just doesn't die. They say, hey guys, our team is processing a new project, so the big update will be delayed and come out with a new project. I've got no idea what this project is. If I had to guess, I would say it's probably a stolen code version of WinLater or something like that. Let me know your thoughts about something like this in the comments below, what you expect it might be. And last up here, we're talking about Little Goody Two Shoes, an indie horror game available on Steam. I talked about this game just a few videos ago. There's a demo for it available on Steam, and I'll drop a link to it in the description below. If you are interested in this game, I've got a giveaway for you. I'm giving away 1 Steam key in this video thanks to the nice developers of this game. And to enter is simple and straightforward. Send a screenshot of this game in your wish list on Steam to giveaway at mrsujano.com. And I'll choose 1 lucky winner after about a week or so. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. We talked about a bunch today. Let me know your thoughts about absolutely any of it in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Don't tempt fate, save your state.